Welcome back to our series, our love series. Today we're going to be talking about love is not proud. If it's the first video that you have seen in the series, I recommend that you go back and you watch the other ones because there's some great nuggets and we're just going to be adding to it. Like Dennis said previously, adding pieces to the puzzle.
Yep. So we're just going to be piecing them together. And today we've gone on with love is not proud.
Mm-hmm.
You know, proud coming from the word pride. So when you hear that, you wonder, I mean, aren't you, proud, being proudful? But proud is something, it's an internal feeling, all right?
Mm-hmm.
An internal feeling of being big, like you feel big. I'm using certain words here just to make it like really simple and
Dramatic.
sweet. So feeling big about yourself
Mm-hmm.
in a home. All right, in any relationship, you look at somebody and you feel you're bigger than them. That's you being prideful, and that's what love is talking about. When you're that way, when you feel you're bigger than somebody, when you feel that you're above somebody and somebody's beneath you, you tend to look at them funny in a different way. Where anything they say, I'm bigger than you.
Like,
yeah. I'm smarter than you. I got it. I understand it better than you. I'm on this level playing field and you're on that level playing field, and you cannot, make or sit at the table and make major decisions. That's what it's looking like. That's what being prideful is all about.
But what's the difference between knowing that I'm right and exercising being right? Because you just said that being proud is thinking that you're right. But sometimes you can also think that you're right, but it's just the way that you deliver it, correct?
Yeah, so delivery comes into play. However, now we're talking about something that's not an outward thing, right? So it's inside of you. It's how you feel, right? So I'm talking to you, but I see you. I'm talking normal. You see me normal, but in my head, I feel you're a little. I see you as you're not my
on the same level.
Yeah, you're not on the same
equal.
plane. Yeah, you're not my equal. I feel smarter than you, but I'm not saying it to you. But that's how I feel on the inside.
Okay.
But the funny thing is, sometimes that feeling comes into play where, because you're feeling bigger than the person, whatever the person says, it could be somewhat of a battle. Oh, who are you to tell me this? I might not enact it right away or react to it right away, but I'm feeling on the inside that you're not on that level to advise me. You're not on that level to tell me that I'm wrong, right? But when you love somebody, you want to be able to see them as your equal.
Correct.
You want to be able to see them as, you might feel above them, but it's a way to handle that, right?
I don't feel like you should feel above them. I feel like you could feel like you're more experienced in certain aspects or have more knowledge in certain aspects, but it's not an above and beneath thing.
Right.
It's definitely everybody operating in their own zone. So if you in terms of what you're good at, operating in that, not saying because I'm good in this aspect, I can exercise being prideful and belittle you to make you feel like you're nothing because I'm the one that's good in this subject matter.
Exactly.
But then again, I'm not great in every subject matter, so therefore there will be that balance where you may know more than me on another aspect.
Yep, and that's why it goes to say it's not proud.
Right.
Because when you're feeling that way, sometimes it seeps into it and it affects your actions. It affects your daily dealings with your partner, your friends, your family members, because you see them a certain way.
Well.
Yeah. So anytime somebody says something, because in your mind you're seeing it that way, or you feel that way about the person, it changes the whole conversation. Everything turns into something else.
Right.
It doesn't go in a way of okay, well, this is your zone, all right? I mean, you're better off in this department, so you handle that. Oh, on this subject matter, you're better than me. So take
So
lead.
give us a specific example of someone exercising being proud in a very negative way.
In a negative way.
Correct. I mean, you can also be proud in a positive way.
In a negative.
But love is not proud.
Right.
Give us one example of what does being proud in a negative way mean.
All right. So a situation where you and your partner, or you and your family member, or anybody that you're in a relationship with is having a conversation. You're at a crossroad. You need to make a decision, and at the table you're trying to figure it out. You're feeling so manly enough where you're like, your alpha tendencies kick in, right? As soon as it kicks in, then you go, oh no, I'm taking charge of this, but you don't have the answers,
right?
But you feel the other person doesn't have the answers, so because you feel they don't have the answers, you're trying to,
lead it.
Lead it, and you're wrong, and you're not accepting being wrong, and it keeps going on and on and on and on, and it becomes chaotic. The other person now wants to also exercise their alpha tendencies and say they're right. Guess what's gonna happen? Two elephants are fighting.
The ground is suffering.
That pridefulness comes into play during a couple's, for instance, power struggle stage, where everybody feel they're right.
Correct.
And nobody's willing to compromise, and nobody's willing to actually listen and hear each other speak in order to understand. Now, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's definitely not about who's right or who's wrong, because at the end of the day, like you mentioned, compromise. You have to be able to give and take. And just because you have an idea and it's great, the idea might be great, right? The idea might be the perfect solution. However, it's okay to not do the perfect solution every single time. It's okay to allow the other person to speak up. And it's okay to try something new, because I feel like we also get into this, we've done it this way before and it worked. So therefore we don't want to try anything else, because my way has been working for the past however many years I've been on earth, 20 years, whatever years you've been on earth. So you just want to do it that way. Right. And if we continue to do things the way that we did it before, we're not growing, we're not moving forward. Yes, they may be correct, it might give you good outcome. However, there's 9 times out of 10 more than one outcome, more than one way to get to the outcome. So it doesn't always have to be Dennis's way or Mabel's way or insert your name way. You can be open-minded.
Yeah,
definitely be open-minded,
and that gets the work done. I mean, I can give you myself. I put myself as an example. At some point, I mean, I wasn't great with money. I'm still not so great with it. But I noticed early in our relationship, and I'll put it during our power struggle stage. I had to learn that quick enough to know. Okay, well, I've been trying it so hard to be the man and try to, handle finances, because I handled it way before we got married. So because I did that, I feel like I need to, I'm bringing my singleness into it. I handled it when I was that way. Now I should be able to continue to handle it the same way. But guess what? I'm hitting the wall. I'm making money, but I'm not making good use of the money. It's not working right. Then she comes in, and I notice that she is great in planning. She's great with, spreadsheet. Spreadsheet, yeah. She's great with accounting, putting these numbers together and creating the budget and all that type of stuff. So I know we're going to talk about trust, right? That comes into play as well. But at some point I had to accept that it's not for me. That's not my zone. Money management is not for me. All right, let me take a back seat or a side seat, support, allow her to be. And then she put our money together, our finances, handled all the bills, and still to date still does it. Handles everything perfectly so well. Guess what? I have peace of mind, and I'm improved. I'm way better because of her. So this is where, if I had been so prideful, guess what? I wouldn't allow her to do Excel.
It would be a struggle.
Exactly. I wouldn't have allowed her to do what she had to do, and perhaps we wouldn't be sitting here, smiling. sharing in our journey. True. Or sharing in something that works,
right?
Or something that doesn't work. So for us, this means a lot to us as we share some of these personal experiences as well. We're not saying your home should be the same way. We're not saying because I, shifted my finances to her to handle, being an expert with it. I'm not saying go do the same thing. All right, it might not work for you. All right, what worked for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. However, it's worth a try if you're willing to. If your circumstances are much better, or in a situation where you feel you can plug in and make it work, then you can try that. What we're talking about, not necessarily saying, "Oh, going out there is proven it works, is a silver bullet to a successful relationship or partnership." It doesn't always work that way.
Right.
Mine worked for me. I share it with you. You take it and make it work. But pridefulness should be removed from your dealings with, relatives, co-workers, all that.
So how do we remove pride? Like I mentioned before, I feel like sometimes we don't know that we're being prideful.
Right.
So if I'm operating my daily movements, living my life, how do I know that, number one, I'm being prideful, and number two, how would I go about removing pride?
I mean, I think a lot of it comes with acceptance of a situation. And when I say acceptance, like, you have to know who you are.
Right.
You have to know nobody's made perfect. You have to know your qualities. Qualities you should bring to the table. All right. Look at all those things. I'm not saying look at it from, I'm better than you, than this and all that.
Right.
Understand that the journey that you're embarking on is a long journey. All right. It's not a quick snap, sprint, and we're done. No. It's a long journey.
Yes.
And you need your partner to be strong with you. You need your partner to be mentally able to support you, and vice versa. You need all that. Now, if you're gonna be petty and try to look at everything as saying I'm better than you, I'm above you,
It's not gonna work.
you're little, that type of stuff. When you start to think that way, it's not gonna work. You got a long journey to go. So you accept every moment, every situation, listen, communicate properly. Go to the table feeling great and feeling that, hey, I'm proud of you. I'm proud to have you as my partner on this journey.
Yeah.
Versus letting your pride dictate how you run your home.
And I think also it's like beautiful to watch maybe your partner in the space where they weren't so comfortable in, where you felt like you were the master of it, right? To watch them develop in that role and grow in that role to get hopefully to a level where you guys are of a mutual understanding of, okay, this is how we're moving with this situation. And I think that's even more powerful to watch, to impart your knowledge on the other person, your knowledge that you think is so great. Respectfully impart it on the other person, and show them the way, like, and hopefully they're also receptive of the growth. And then as you are teaching, I always feel like as you teach, you also learn. So as you're teaching, you can also learn different things, because they might ask you a question that you didn't even think about.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that's just another aspect of open-mindedness that we need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So remove that. Let pride get out of your home. Let it get out of your heart.
Yes.
Don't walk around feeling bigger than somebody.
You're not.
Because it leads to a lot of, I wouldn't say evil act, but it leads to a lot of negative vibes in your environment, which doesn't help anybody, but actually cause more chaos, and it just doesn't work. It wouldn't work. You're not in a dictatorship or anything like that.
Nobody's interested in that.
Yeah, you just gotta you just gotta be yourself. There's a reason you got into the relationship. You came in as a whole person and joined somebody who was whole, not half. They weren't half when you joined them; they were full, which means they have a little bit of everything. You have a little bit of everything, and you bringing it together to make one. All right, and make decisions together. All those change. Things that you used to do alone has changed. Now you got to do it together. In order to go far in the journey, in order to achieve more with little.
Yeah.
You know, with little, you may have two things, but you can achieve more because you're working together to get to that end goal, which I guess for better for worse.
What do you mean you guess?
Oh, for better or for worse. Is it for better? Yeah.
It's for better or for worse?
Yeah, so death do us part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why you say you guess though?
That's you get the point. But yeah. So
Okay.
get it out. Let pride get out.
Yes.
Allow humility to set in.
Definitely.
Invite it into you, into your home, into your workplaces.
Yes.
Anybody that you have a relationship with. Allow humility to set in. We talk about patience. Let it set in. We talked about kindness. Let it set in. All of those piece together as part of that huge, big jigsaw puzzle.
Yep, and definitely a self-check moment. Because, like I said, it's so easy to walk around with this attitude or this chip on our shoulder and we don't even realize it's there. And sometimes it's not even a chip, it's a whole elephant, okay, on your shoulder. You're just walking around, just weighing yourself down. So definitely a heart check that we can definitely do for ourselves and for our partners, just so that we're on an even keel and we're not operating in ways that's not of us. Because I'm pretty sure if you looked at yourself in the mirror and you saw pride written all over your face, it would not be appealing to you. So if that's not something that you want, there are so many ways to be able to break that down. So yeah.
Continue to feed yourself, feed your minds with great positive information just like this. So
yes,
don't go away without hitting the notification button.
What he said.
Hit it. Hit it. Hit it.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope that you'll be back again next week. We're going to be dropping these videos every Thursday.
That's all we can do. We can share.
Yes, every Thursday, and if it's not us, it will be the Obings as well. So we're going to be alternating and dropping some great nuggets. Yeah. And we hope that you are blessed. As you have any questions or any comments, we recommend that you put it in the what he's doing, the comment below. Type it in. The comment below, because as much as we're talking, we are also looking for feedback so that we can also learn. Yes. Yeah.
We're learning how it's working for you.
Yes.
How it's working for you.
Yeah.
Because we want to learn. We want to mix it up. You know, change things up a bit.
Yeah.
You know,
spice it up.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. See you later with another video. Be on standby because we're on standby. You there?
Something wrong with Dennis.
Yeah,